Hello everyone, this is Serenes here, back with another awesome Halo 5 video for you guys today. Very excited to be releasing today, guys, my 14th installment of the Champion High Free-For-All episodes. And just the content gets so much better from here, guys. And next episode, episode 15, is going to be one of the best gameplays of my whole entire time in playing Halo, to be honest, and literally one of the best matches I've ever played on this game. But before we get onto that, we've got a Stasis Free-For-All. So Stasis Free-For-All was my first upload of the Champion High Free-For-All season. And matching up against champion player iMaGiiK StYl here, he's a pretty good player. He has a very rough game in this one, but iMaGiiK StYl has beat me on a couple of occasions, and he is quite a really good champion free-for-all player. I think he is champion again this season, so he was having an off game, but he is a champion free-for-all player. And right here I'm just showing you the spawns on Stasis Free-For-All to get you familiar with them again, because most of the time we said it was there'd be one flag side with two players spawning on it, like at the start of this game. That was my side, but the guy on the opposing side, Jovian, jumped to bottom middle there, so I get that initial kill. And I've spotted the OS guy here, so I'm going to want to try and stay alive, and just waste this OS really, because he knows that I'm around here, but he gives up looking for me because he realises I'm not going to just be an easy kill for him, so runs off to try and get other kills. And at that point it's a really good play for me, because that was the only kind of kill I could have gone for at the start, the guy on my flag ramp. So and I like that play there to stay underground for a little bit and try and poach a kill coming up, which is a nice play. Unfortunately it didn't work out and I didn't get a second kill, but to be honest with you, that's all I really could have done off that start, to be honest. I spawned miles away from overshield and rockets, and as we've discussed, it's very unlikely that if you get a flag spawn you will be getting those things, because there is a spawn near the overshield on Stasis, there is a spawn on the Hydra, there is also a spawn with one player on the flag side on his own, and then the other flag side will have two players spawning on either side. There's also going to be a player that spawns on shotgun, so there's a lot of immediate spawns on Stasis Free-For-All. So off your spawn, like at a flag side, you can't expect to get a shotgun because it's most likely someone spawned there at the beginning. So at this point, iMaGiiK StYl showing his magic with the DMR there and just shutting me down completely. And there are a lot of chokes in this gameplay, so I'm quite happy to commentate in the sense of like what I needed to do better to improve there. Every player chokes, but there is a lot of chokes in this gameplay actually, so it's going to be quite funny to see some of them. Some of them are quite embarrassing for this gameplay actually as well, but nevertheless, I still win this game and I still come out on top even considering the chokes. So right here, because someone rage quit the game, I don't know why, I have to switch POVs back to myself because it got confused. And here's that element of choking that we're going to see right here. These players are just lifting up everywhere, someone's trying to ground pound, I get completely confused here. And yeah, that's never good. A pretty disastrous start to this free-for-all, that is really piss poor, to be honest. Like, you can't miss like that with the shotgun at close range, but I had no idea what was going on. I don't think the people I was facing there had any idea what was going on either, and I can only really laugh about that play. That was just bad, to sum it up. And right here is trying to get that overshield, but unfortunately Strafe, who just came at me there, did have it, so he grabbed it very early on, so I need to bear that in mind for next time in 2 minutes time. And definitely do have to remember that, because at the moment I'm down by 3 and in 4th place, so that's not good right now, but as we've seen before, it doesn't matter what place you are, you can still win, the free-for-all if you play smart. So, but definitely not my best start to this free-for-all, and you don't want to go down 4 kills early, or now 5 kills, Strafe is ahead by 5. You don't want to go down by so much in the beginning, because it's very hard to crawl your way back up. So definitely things like looking to turn the corner here. I now have the shotgun, which is obviously, as we've talked about before, power weapons, recyclable power weapons, and power weapons with indicators. So the shotgun is a recyclable weapon, so using all of your ammunition, then putting it, trading it out with another weapon puts it on spawn, so you can get it again in its spawn position in 10 seconds time. So that obviously has a massive strategy, and you're just trying to hold that down. Bit disappointing that I had to commit myself so much to that push there. You know, obviously I want to keep my hands on the shotty, and luckily for me the Halo gods blessed me with that spawn, so you know, it's always good that you can keep a hand on that. I definitely find with Stasis FFA if I am struggling and I can get my hands on the shotty, that's most of the time like what my strategy will be when I play this map, because it's very hard to just, you know, individually you know, outplay people on this map if you're kind of struggling, and you know, the shotty is just an easy way back in, to be honest. The reason I like sort of camping in shotty as well is because you have a pretty good overview of the map. There are spawns on either flag side as well, and players often come in to check if the shotty is there. You also have a really nice view of top mid and all the battles happening over there, and generally just have a good outlook on the map. So when you set up with shotty in that area though, you do have to be careful of, like, you know, sort of how you're extending that hallway, because there's a lot of, you know, places in that hallway that people can come in. They can come in the middle entrance or the two end entrances, so you definitely kind of have to be careful of where you set up in that particular area. So at this point, really nice place to get like some rockets here, because you know, more power weapons you have the better really, and you know, I can use a rocket here before having to do anything with my shotgun, so that's definitely advantageous. You can see that's a really nice kill there on iMaGiiK StYl3, and now, you know, want to use the full potential of my shotty right here. So at this point, guys, you know, just sort of, you know, chilling around this area, because I don't want to sort of push out too much, because I have a very good power weapon right now, and I'm not sure that was the right play, to be honest. What I would have preferred to see, because I've really, you know, closed out the lead now. Instead of down by 5, I'm only down by 1 in 3rd place. I would have liked to have seen myself with a shotty there, just take my time a bit. Luckily for me, I find iMaGiiK StYl3 again, who has the shotgun, able to kill him, so able to get that back. You know, it's really important in free-for-all to memorise who you've died to with a particular weapon, and, you know, try and get that back if you can. So luckily that did work out, but what I would have liked to have seen that previous life was just, you know, stay undercover a bit, stay in that sort of area, just, you know, being a bit more chill. There was no need to really run into top mid like I did. I was just trying to, you know, find people to shoot, which, you know, obviously can happen in free for all. You get a bit desperate because, you know, you're not really seeing anyone, and you definitely have to you know, kind of up the pace a little bit. I think maybe Jovian was a champion free for all player as well in this gameplay. I can't remember, to be honest. I know iMaGiiK StYl3 definitely was, but maybe Jovian was as well. So yeah, definitely a champion high free-for-all match right here. And the last time I think we're going to see that very high Onyx rank that I had, you know, from episode 15 onwards. It's just purely, you know, uphill from there, and it's all champion, really high champion gameplay. And like I said, episode 15 coming out after this one, I'm very excited for. Gonna commentate after this one, obviously, and I just really gonna have to sort of rehearse that one like 5 times over, because it's just gonna be, you know, not sort of saying that 14's no good, but you know, that gameplay is definitely something to look out for. So at this point, guys, you know, the fact that I've died bottom middle right there, definitely good idea to keep my eyes on the overshield. Now, I don't know if exactly that it was taken, but I'm just going to assume it was, because all these players are quite smart players, so they know the overshield, you know, is going to be coming up around 5 something, so definitely someone's going to go down there in that time. And of course the overshield was grabbed. Now, grabbing the Hydra at this point, I really like this play. The reason I'm kind of positioning myself before lifting there is because usually you get a flag spawner when you're on that side, so I was waiting to see if anyone would push out, and just being careful not to overextend with my Hydra, because a Hydra is a very long range weapon, and you know, definitely if you can use the Hydra in free-for-all, that is going to get you so many you know, good kills in FFA. And a lot of people don't use this weapon because they just find it a bit hard to use in FFA, which I can totally relate to. I mean, I don't always go off with this weapon, but you know, like in episode 13 you saw me really use the Hydra to its full potential, and like that kill on Jovian there, you know, like with the sniper, like what I've said, even if it's just 1 or 2 kills, that's a massive difference in FFA. So you don't have to, you know, go on a massive spree with it, but just by getting 1 or 2 extra kills, those 1 or 2 extra kills can be a massive difference in a free-for-all game. So right there, another bit of luck from me. You know, really nice play to be hanging around this area, because I happen to pick up, you know, 1 play with a pistol and then poach another kill with a shotty, which is a really nice bit of play. At this point, guys, you know, I've got a pretty solid lead right now going into this last part of the game. So like I've said before, you know, camping in shotty around the shotty area is a really good idea, because you have a lot of overview of the map. There's definitely going to be players going for this next rockets. Now, had my aim have been a little bit better there, I would have had that kill. Bit of a whirlwind uphill scenario in terms of finding that second shot with the shotgun, so that was a little bit fudged, I guess. As I said, there's a lot of chokes in this gameplay, but a lot of really good plays to sort of counteract the bad stuff that I'd done, in previous lives. So, coming off my Hydra spawn right there, I knew a guy was weak with rockets in top mid, so just put the necessary shots down, trying to use all the sort of footage of my death screen, my player's dead body, trying to suss out where every single player was that was weak or what have you, and getting a really nice Serenity's nade on point down the stairwell there, and just looking to finish off this last kill with rockets, guys. So I should really have this right now, and no, there's more chokes. Right there, that's just really unfortunate. Obviously, I didn't anticipate that guy to be there, but could have probably fired the rocket behind him and would have had the kill. And really, that sort of thing shouldn't happen in a really important free-for-all match. You're this close to closing out the game, you just can't really choke, and Jovian or whoever's that is in second place has got 2 kills in that time where I'm struggling to finish off my 25th. So just be careful when you go for the last kill at the end. Don't rush it, because if you die, you do open the door for someone to make a kind of embarrassing comeback. So just be careful of that. So definitely, this Stasis free-for-all definitely taught me a lot of things. Not to choke, and also just be patient. And I really hope that this guy helped you guys today with how to play Stasis free-for-all a little bit better. This was Serenity's, guys, back with my 14th installment of this fine series, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.